and welcome to this month's edition of Roanoke County Today. I'm Teresa Hall, Roanoke County's Public Information Director. This month we have a variety of segments to bring you, including the latest budget development news. We'll talk with Brent Robertson about the tax rate and upcoming public hearings. Plus, Officer Eric Orange will have his latest community policing segment focusing on Cops Camp. Those segments and much more, hope you'll stay with us.
Participation in the recycling drop-off program in Roanoke County has been steadily increasing. With the increase comes growing pains. The following etiquette tips will help citizens receive the most benefit from the recycling program. Break down any boxes before placing them in the containers. We currently accept plastics and all types of cans. Do not place items with food residue in trailers. Fill trailers to capacity. When the recycling trailer is full, do not place items on the ground outside of the trailer. Visit another recycling trailer location. Please use the trailers properly. Higher electric bills, sticker shock at the gas pump, energy can cost a ton, but it's easy to save money and give your budget a boost. Save hundreds of dollars in energy costs by doing just a little. As much as half of the energy used in your home goes to heating and cooling. You can save a ton by making sure your home is properly sealed and insulated against the elements. Caulk window and door frames, wiring and pipe penetrations, and anywhere air leaks. Weather strip around loose window sashes and doors. Remember, do a little, save a ton.
Welcome back to Roanoke County Today. For this portion of our show, we're going to be focusing on budget development for the upcoming fiscal year for Roanoke County. Joining me to talk about this topic is Brent Robertson, Management and Budget Director for Roanoke County. Thank you very much, Brent. I know we bring you in from time to time to talk about what for us is a very important topic, and that's budget development. For people who are just joining us and maybe haven't seen some of these segments, what is it that the county is trying to accomplish right now, typically in earnest between January and July?
Well, obviously, we're having to do what the state wants us to do, and that's have a balanced budget, and that's obviously a good thing. That's not what the federal government does, so we're required to do that, and that's certainly the right thing to do. So we've been working with departments using the guidelines the Board of Supervisors have established for us for what they would like to see in this budget, and for the most part, this year has been a maintenance budget. We are still coming out of the economic downturn. Things are still fairly difficult as far as meeting our expenditure expectations and contractual amounts and things we have to do. So this is, at this point in the process, we are bringing things down to a point and are almost ready to produce a proposed budget that the county administrator will take to the Board of Supervisors. So
it's kind of a little bit complicated in that you operate during a particular budget year, but you're always thinking about the following budget. So it's kind of, you're doing a balancing act between two different things.
Yes, you're trying to make good educated guesses about what's going to occur in the next 15 to 12 months, and that's not always easy, but that's the realm we have to operate in.
It is, because it's a legal expectation of the county.
Yes.
You have to by law, right?
Absolutely. What
are those priorities that the board has asked you to operate under?
Well, they've been fairly minimal, but they've been important ones. They have been primarily that there would be no tax increases. Through this economic downturn, we've been able to produce budgets each year and maintain our service levels, and that is one of the other guidelines the board has given us, is to not have any appreciable degradation of services or direct services to the citizens. We've done that, and along with that, the board has expressed a wish not to have any layoffs, and we have been able to do that as well. So we've been successful, but during this downturn, it has been pretty much a maintenance budget, but I would be happy to say that this year we were able to supply the schools with about $560,000 of additional revenue to help out for some of the things that they are looking at.
Well, it's very important to many people out there.
Absolutely.
So where do you go from here? We're about to go into April. I know the tax rate was just approved, and what are some other steps that are coming? Well,
there's not a whole lot of steps left at this stage. The county administrator will forward to the Board of Supervisors a proposed budget on April the 9th. We will do that in work session, let the board comment. That shouldn't be any of a surprise to the board, because we've worked with the board throughout the fall and winter and now into the early spring. So there really shouldn't be any surprises, but just to have final comments. And then the final steps will be a public hearing on the 23rd of April, where the public can come in and make their comments. And the budget will be available in all of our public libraries for the public to inspect and to develop any questions or comments they may have for the public hearing.
So that's if you don't have a computer, you can go out. Not everything is online. I mean, a lot is certainly, but I mean, if you don't have a computer, you said you can go to the library to review these documents.
Yes.
That's important to note. You talked about this is a maintenance budget. Is a lot of that tied to the fact that the tax revenues have been coming in a little bit lower, real estate revenues coming in a little bit lower, while other expenses have been going up? Certainly fuel, as a lot of people know, and it costs a lot to operate garbage trucks and fire and rescue vehicles.
Oh, absolutely. During this economic downturn, I think we've been somewhat fortunate in that we haven't had significant contractions in revenue. We have had some small ones from year to year, but mostly they stayed fairly flat. And as you mentioned, our expenditure demands have continued to increase. Not only just the cost of commodities, the cost of fire trucks, the cost of ambulances, things like that, but inflationary costs have eaten into our budgets, and the departments have struggled, but have maintained a great deal of success in keeping those services.
During this work.
Yes, during this downturn, we have not eliminated any direct services to the community.
You know, that's something to be said about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so we have your public hearing, and what's the next step to kind of wrap up our segment here?
After the public hearing, we do adopt our budget by ordinance, so there will be 2 readings of the ordinance that will occur the first meeting in May and then the second meeting in May, and so the budget should be final for the board going into our new year beginning July 1st at the end of May.
All right, well, we talked about some of the information being available at libraries, but also online. Where is that folks can find it on the website?
If they go to Roanoke County's homepage, there will be a button that they can click on that will take them to the budget updates that the county has gone through with the Board of Supervisors, and there will be quite a bit of information on the Department of Management and Budget's website that will have a lot of the schedules and numbers and the real detail of the budget that I love. Some people don't, but I think those are good to see.
If you like numbers, go there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, our website is roanokecountyva.gov. Brent, thank you so very much for coming in and bringing us an update. We appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Volunteer firefighters respond to all types of emergencies. Volunteer firefighters fight fires. Volunteer firefighters save lives. Do you have what it takes? Visit RoanokeCountyVA.gov/FRVolunteer or call 540-777-8706 to become a Roanoke County Fire and Rescue volunteer firefighter.
Roco Alert is Roanoke County's new citizen alert and warning system. In the event of a local emergency or disaster, Roanoke County will contact all landline telephones in the county's 911 database with any important information and instructions you need to know. To receive notifications from Roco Alert via email, on your cell phone or VoIP phone, you'll need to set up an online account. There's no cost for citizens to sign up, but phone usage or text charges may apply. Go to RoanokeCountyVA.gov/Roco Alert and sign up today.
Kite Festival is going to be wonderful. It's our 15th annual event at Roanoke County's Green Hill Park on Saturday, April 20th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The skies will be filled with the most gorgeous kites you have ever seen. We'll actually be giving away free kites and free t-shirts while supplies last, so I expect a lot of folks will be there early. We'll also have craft vendors out there and food vendors, and just a fabulous, beautiful day in the park. Oh, it's so beautiful. Green Hill Park is just one of the most lush and beautiful parks, particularly in early spring. When the Kite Festival comes, it's just a fabulous place for a family event. You see tremendous kites out there. The Richmond Air Force Kite Club comes out in full force. A lot of the folks with that club make their own kites, and the wind is always perfect for Kite Festival. And the other important thing is it isn't a totally free event for folks to come, and it's on Saturday, April 20th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Roanoke County's Green Hill Park. It's another annual event, fabulous. On May 11th, Saturday, we will start at Green Ridge. This is geocaching, where you will actually be going out looking for hidden treasure using a handheld GPS unit. This is a free event. We do have prizes. This year we're going to be concentrating on the greenways so that everyone can get out and see what beautiful greenways we have in the county. The other wonderful thing about the event is we will give a mini lesson before the event begins with GPS units that we will have available for folks to use during the event so they can really get acquainted with what geocaching is all about. We would prefer that folks sign up ahead of time because we don't want them to be disappointed and we don't have enough GPS units when they come, but they don't have to pay, but there is an application form just so we know how many folks are coming, and they can find that on our website, www.roanokecountyparks.com, or they can call the office at 777-6326. Oh, it has gotten tremendously popular, you know, because it's an activity that families can do together. It's a learning experience, and you discover fabulous places that you never even knew were around. You know, now I'm not sure I really want to do that, but I can give you a few. I mean, we've got tickets to some wonderful attractions in town. We have passes to Splash Valley and to Green Ridge. You know, there's just chock full of things. We put gift baskets together, all kinds of fun items for the families to enjoy together. That is Saturday, May 11th from 11 a.m. to 3. And then the other good thing we do is first thing in the morning we have experienced geocachers and a very small amount of refreshments and just lots of fun times, but they can actually talk to folks that have been out in the community geocaching for several years.
Surf by the award-winning RVTV.org, the official website for Roanoke Valley Television Channel 3. The site features new content like the Media Center, where you can view selected RVTV programming. Also find RVTV's daily lineup, information on RVTV shows, a photo gallery, and even a Notify Me sign-up to keep you posted on upcoming RVTV events. It's all at RVTV.org, the official website for government and educational television in the Roanoke Valley. RVTV.
Welcome back. We are here today to celebrate the grand opening of the Rehab Center at Richfield Retirement. With me today is Ray Fisher, the CEO of Richfield Retirement Community. Welcome, Ray.
Thank you, Jill. Glad to be with you.
Now, Ray, Richfield was founded in 1934. You've been around here for about over 75 years. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about the history of Richfield.
Yeah, Richfield originally started as what was known as a poor farm in the 1930s, and then evolved into a nursing home in the 1960s and 70s. Within the last 15 to 20 years, it's evolved into a continuing care retirement community, offering not only nursing home services, but independent living, assisted living, and home therapy and rehabilitative therapy.
Now, I love this campus. It's about 50 acres, it's beautiful, and it's so scenic. I'm sure it takes a lot to maintain property of this magnitude. In terms of the ownership of this facility, can you explain to our viewers about that?
Sure, and that's a great question. A lot of people always wonder, well, you're a nonprofit, who owns it? And a nonprofit is owned by those who partake of the services the nonprofit provides, and those owners, so the residents and guests here, actually own the business, and they're represented by the board of directors in terms of their interest.
Now, I know you've been a significant contributor to Roanoke County and to our local economy. You're a significant employer. How many employees do you have here?
We have about 580 employees, which at this point makes us about the 5th largest employer, I believe, in Roanoke County. And within the next couple of years, given the plans we have in place, we hope to be about 700 employees.
Well, and this campus, especially with the retirement living, really provides the residents here with a beautiful home. How many, you said you had about 700 residents here.
About 700.
And I assume that you're looking for new patients on a regular basis. Can you tell us how that works?
Yeah, we essentially have two main kinds of, I'll call them all guests. We have residents that come here to live here, and they'll enter as an independent living resident, and as they age in place and their needs increase, they can then be appropriate for assisted living and move into one of our assisted living care centers. And then as they, again, age in their ability to do basic modalities of living, like self-toileting and things like that, once they're unable to do that, then they can go to our nursing center. The average time, and those are our residents, so the average time a resident stays in independent living is about 7 years. Assisted living is about 2.5 years, and nursing about 2.5 years.
Okay. Now, when I come here, Ray, I often feel like I'm at a resort. It's just that relaxing, it's that beautiful. Now, with the rehab center in particular, what is unique about this center? What makes it different?
Yeah, the difference here is we have resort-inspired amenities. So the objective, and having been through rehab myself at a young age, coming out of surgery and trying to get to a functional level which you used to have is a real challenge for many people. And for most, it's the hardest thing they have and will ever do. And what we're trying to do is bring leading-edge rehabilitative therapies, protocols, and technologies to bear with wonderful people in a resort-inspired atmosphere with dining that hopefully we have a chef on board who is a French chef and will provide hopefully the best cuisine in the New River Valley.
That's one of my favorite parts of this whole experience is the food. You can order what you want when you stay here, and that really makes it extra special.
Yeah, the maid, again, when you're, you can't walk and you're really confined, food becomes increasingly important because that's the one thing you can do. So we really endeavored to make food a true experience here. So we modeled, and this, I know it's a high standard, but you have to have high standards. We modeled our dining experience on the Greenbrier in terms of our menu and presentation thereof.
Well, this is a tradition of quality that you have upheld for many, many years, and obviously you're continuing to represent that high level of quality and service and experience here at Richfield. Now, this edition was about 12,000 square feet, but you also had some rehab that was about $7 million of new investment here in the community for 40,000 square feet.
Right. This total facility is over 50,000 square feet, and we have spent a little over $7 million. And within the next 24 months, we hope to build a new skilled nursing facility with all private rooms, which will be one of the first in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And our anticipation is we'll spend about $25 million on that new facility, including a new auditorium, new dining venues. So again, we're hoping to expand the scope of services and amenities on campus for our residents.
Well, that's exciting news for our viewers and an exciting future for Roanoke County and for Richfield. Is there anything else you would like to add for our viewers?
Please come be our guest, see how Richfield has been changed over time. We're really excited about it. And we're beginning a campus beautification project that will begin in the spring of this year. And hopefully with a lot of flowers, a lot of flower baskets, fencing, new signage, and we're just excited about it.
Ray, thank you so much for being with us today, and if we could ever help you, let us know.
Thank you, Jill. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay up to date with the town of Vinton. Visit vintonva.gov and sign up for the Newsflash, Notify Me, or Emergency Alert features. Newsflash will inform users of what's happening in the town, including street closures or water line breaks. With Notify Me, citizens will receive information on activities, events, and even job postings. Emergency Alert can keep you informed in the event of an emergency or disaster in the region. Alerts can be sent to landlines, computers, cell phones, or wireless PDA units. Sign up today and be up to date with the town of Vinton. Roanoke Alert is Roanoke County's new citizen alert and warning system. In the event of a local emergency or disaster, Roanoke County will contact all landline telephones in the county's 911 database with any important information and instructions you need to know. To receive notifications from Roanoke Alert via email, on your cell phone or VoIP phone, you'll need to set up an online account. There's no cost for citizens to sign up, but phone usage or text charges may apply. Go to RoanokeCountyVA.gov/RoanokeAlert and sign up today.
Welcome back to Roanoke County Today. I'm Brian Klingenpeel, Public Education Specialist for Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. Kids are going to crash, fall, slip, and explore. It's just part of being a kid. But I believe that we can help prevent some of the serious injuries that kids face today. Preventable injuries are the leading cause of death amongst kids under the age of 14, and 80% of those deaths occur among kids who are under the age of 4. Is your home safe for your young family? We want to give you some tips today to protect the people that you love. First off, things that can fit through a toilet paper tube can cause a young child to choke. So we really need to keep coins, small toys, hard candy where children can't see or touch them. Pay attention when in the kitchen. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of house fires in America. So when you have something on the stove, you really need to stay with it. Also, if you have young children in the house, these handles need to be turned to the side so that little hands can't touch them or pull them over on them. Also, there needs to be a kid-free zone of about 3 feet in front of the stove so that kids just stay away from this whole area. Unintentional poisonings is always a concern in homes with small children, so we really need to keep medications, cleaners, and beauty products in places where kids can't get to them. And so we really recommend that you use some child safety locks on your cabinets that contain those products. Fires, flames, and thermal burns continue to be a leading cause of death amongst kids in homes as well. So please make sure that you have working smoke alarms on every level of your house, and make sure that you have a fire escape plan for your family that you practice by doing fire drills. Use safety gates at the top and the bottom of stairs to prevent falls in young children. Anytime your children are in or near water, you need to watch them carefully. You need to stay close enough to them to reach out and touch them. This includes bathtubs, toilets, pools, and even buckets of water. For more safety information about how to keep young children safe in the home, feel free to contact me at 777-8718. Roanoke County Today will be right back.
Higher electric bills, sticker shock at the gas pump, energy can cost a ton, but it's easy to save money and give your budget a boost. Save hundreds of dollars in energy costs by doing just a little. As much as half of the energy used in your home goes to heating and cooling. You can save a ton by making sure your home is properly sealed and insulated against the elements. Caulk window and door frames, wiring and pipe penetrations, and anywhere air leaks. Weather strip around loose window sashes and doors. Remember, do a little, save a ton.
What's the buzz about Green Ridge Recreation Center?
It's a place that's close to my house that I can come and get in shape.
We saw the quality of the exercise environment and the opportunity for our kids to enjoy it and take advantage of really a cutting-edge fitness facility.
The staff here is wonderful. They are very hands-on. They love to help people.
Join the fun through daily admission or membership. Green Ridge, healthy fun for everyone.
Participation in the recycling drop-off program in Roanoke County has been steadily increasing. With the increase comes growing pains. The following etiquette tips will help citizens receive the most benefit from the recycling program. Break down any boxes before placing them in the containers. We currently accept plastics and all types of cans. Do not place items with food residue in trailers. Fill trailers to capacity. When the recycling trailer is full, do not place items on the ground outside of the trailer. Visit another recycling trailer location. Please use the trailers properly.
Hello and welcome to Focus on Community Policing. I'm your host, Officer Eric Orange, Roanoke County Police Department's Community Policing Coordinator. I have with me Officer Johnny Runyon. Welcome, Officer Runyon.
Thank you.
Officer Runyon, I've asked you to come and speak with us today about a very unique program that you all perform here in Roanoke County that involves a lot of our students throughout the valley, and that's Cops Camp. What exactly is Cops Camp?
Cops Camp is a camp that is run out of Camp Roanoke in cooperation with Roanoke County Parks and Recreation, Roanoke County School Board, and the Roanoke County Police Department. It's been going on for about 18 years, stands for Challenging Opportunity for Police and Students.
Officer Runyon, who exactly is eligible to attend the camp?
Eligible to attend is any Roanoke County student currently in the 5th, 6th, or 7th grade prior to April 15th. If they register before then, that's who we take. After April 15th, we accept any children in the area within that age group.
Okay, that's great. So after April 15th, it'll be open to any students throughout the Valley?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what type of activities will the students have to look forward to at this camp?
We do traditional activities such as 45-foot climbing wall, canoeing, high ropes course, low ropes course. The high ropes course also includes a 250-foot zip line. And we put a little police twist on it. We'll bring out the K-9 unit for a K-9 demonstration. SWAT team comes out for a demonstration.
Okay.
Just activities such as that.
That sounds great. Now, if a student were interested in attending, how would they go about signing up, and is there a cost attached?
Currently, the cost is $185, so if any student in the Roanoke County area just meets up with their school resource officer, they can get a pamphlet from them to sign up for it.
Okay, sounds like it's pretty simple for them to sign up if they want to. Now, with that cost you mentioned, what exactly goes into figuring and calculating that cost?
In order to figure out the cost, we teamed up with Camp Roanoke and figured out exactly how much it costs to operate the camp. This year, it's $250 per camper. We had donations that we can offset the cost this year by approximately $60 per camper for a total of 60 campers. We go out and accept donations from area businesses and anybody willing to sponsor a child.
Okay, that's great. Now, if someone within the community were interested in making a donation, or maybe someone were willing to offer some money that would help reduce the cost for a student or for the camp as a whole, who would they contact and how would they go about doing that?
They can either contact any Roanoke County school resource officer or just mail a check to the Roanoke County Police Foundation, and that's how we accept it.
Officer Runyon, in regards to the camp, is this a day camp or is it something that lasts overnight? Will they plan to be there for the entire week, or they go home in the evenings?
It's a residential camp. The kids are dropped off on a Sunday, picked up on a Friday afternoon. During that time, they will stay in the, lack of better terms, dorms, the cabins at the camp. While in the cabins, they'll be supervised by camp staff.
Okay. And that camp staff, now, are those police officers, or is that camp staff provided by Camp Roanoke?
During the day, it's police officers team up with each group along with the camp staff. At night, during the sleeping hours, it's typically just the camp staff.
Okay. Now, we've talked about cost and we've talked about duration of the camp. When exactly is the camp held?
The camp this year is June 9th to the 14th, so directly after school's out.
Okay, sounds great. Sounds like a great opportunity for them to get transitioned into the summer full speed ahead, right?
Absolutely, I agree.
Well, that sounds like a really good program. It sounds like it's a really exciting week and opportunity for you all as well as the students. Thank you very much, Officer Runyon, for coming today.
Interested in keeping up with Roanoke County? Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, or find us on YouTube. For a link to county departments using social media to communicate, visit our website at roanokecountyva.gov.
Roanoke Valley Television RVTV Channel 3 is on Facebook. Go to www.rvtv.org and click on the Facebook icon to like RVTV3 today, your government and educational access station.
Looking for a career where each day brings the chance to learn or experience something new? Want to work in a team environment? Or have you always wanted to give back to the community? Consider a career in law enforcement. The Roanoke County Police Department offers great benefits, including life, health, and dental insurance, Virginia State retirement, and full pay while in the training academy. The Roanoke County Police Department is currently accepting applications, so take the next step to becoming the newest member of the Roanoke County Police Department. For more information, call or visit our website.
That's all for this month's edition of Roanoke County Today. In closing, I'd like to mention that this will be my last Roanoke County Today episode. After more than 9.5 years of working on behalf of Roanoke County to bring you these monthly segments, I'll be leaving for a new communications position with Appalachian Power. I want to let you know how much I will miss working with Roanoke County and RVTV to bring you these monthly segments, and I want you to also know that I wish everyone only the best. Thanks so much for watching.